Hello and welcome back to the Motorhome Review channel. Today I'm at North Bay Leisure Park in Bridlington, which is right on the Yorkshire coast, and I'm here to ask a question. Which is best for you, a motorhome or a holiday home? So we have come to North Bay Leisure Park with our Coachman Travel Master motorhome, and we're going to be making a comparison against this Willoughby Gainsborough holiday home. Now, holiday homes, also known as static caravans. I'm excited about this one because, as you'll know, I've got quite a lot of motorhoming experience, but in 2018, Jules and I actually swapped our static caravan, which was a Willoughby Winchester, for a touring caravan. So it's nice to get back to a holiday park and explore the differences between the two ownerships, because I think there's quite a few of you right now that may actually own one and be thinking about the other, or own neither and be deciding which is going to be best for you. So let's make a start. First of all, we're going to talk about the holiday home. Now, when you buy your holiday home, one of the most important factors to think about before you even start choosing which beautiful home you want is which holiday park is right for you. And that comes down to location, I think, because you want your holiday home where you're going to be creating some great memories and enjoying your time away from work and maybe your family, to be in the right location. So here we are in Bridlington. There's loads of parks across the country based in coastal locations. It might be that you prefer an inland location. You may wish to be in a different county, a different country. The choice is up to you. So location, location, location. Obviously, one of the benefits of a motorhome is that you have the freedom to travel wherever you wish. You can literally pick and choose as you go along. Your holiday home or your static is simply that. It's in a static location. Now, the next thing with the park, this here is obviously a beautifully laid out park here at Bridlington. The great thing about this sort of park is it's quiet, it's peaceful. This one hasn't got loads of different amenities such as entertainment going on. It's all about peace and quiet and relaxation. So once you've chosen your park, think about the season as well, the length of the season. Now, the great thing again about North Bay is this park has a 12-month season. You can come throughout the year, spring, summer, autumn and winter. That's fabulous if you are the sort of person that does want to be going away all through the year. Other parks may have a limited season of only 8 or 9 months, so think about that as well. It's important to note though that these are holiday parks and not residential parks, so you can't live here full time, but you certainly can stay as often as you like. Right, so we've talked a little bit about location and choosing the right park for you. I won't go too much more into that because obviously there's a few other things to consider, certainly around the terms that each park has. Obviously make sure if you've got a dog, it's dog friendly. If you've got children, that they accept children. Then we're on to our actual holiday home itself. Oh, lovely. This is where I get excited. Now, this one, as I mentioned, is Willoughby. So Willoughby is one of the UK manufacturers. In the UK, there's loads of caravan manufacturers on the statics and holiday homes. You've got Carnaby, you've got Atlas, Pemberton, Swift, ABI, as I say, Willoughby, and several others as well. Here at North Bay, they've got a really good choice as well, so you're not limited to just one manufacturer. Let's trot round. I'll talk about the decking shortly. I'll talk about site fees as well and other costs. So here we have what I would say is a premium holiday home in terms of the static caravan world. Now, prices on this site actually start at £31,500 on a pre-owned holiday home. This one is brand new. And this one is priced at £76,000. Now, you might think that's quite a lot of money. Let's have a little peek in there before we walk further around. But let's compare that to the price of a motorhome. So a brand new motorhome, even at that entry level, is going to start at around £65,000 to £70,000. So entry level motorhome is going to be what could be a premium static caravan. The Travel Master, that's nearly £130,000 right there. So we're already seeing the sort of value for money that a holiday home may bring you. Right, let's go into the Willoughby Gainsborough. Oh, now all holiday homes are different. Obviously this is a more premium end, so you're going to get more premium features, but let's see what 76,000 is going to get us. So this one here, let's do it almost like a motorhome review. We're going to start in the lounge area. There's no cab, obviously. In fact, the cab is this beautiful set of sliding patio doors leading out onto the balcony area. So decking with a holiday home is a popular choice. This is an additional cost. Again, talk to your holiday park about that. I always think negotiate these sort of things in your purchase, but absolutely beautiful area for sitting out in the sun. And then we're into our lounge area. There's no compromise on relaxation space. I'm already wanting to have a sit down. So generally, the holiday homes, they're going to come in two widths. There's other widths, but the most common widths will be a 12-foot or a 14-foot wide model. And that gives you an idea of the amount of space. Even on a touring caravan, 8 foot wide is the biggest you're going to get. Our motorhome is 8 foot wide. Here with a holiday home though, all the room. So fabulous lounge. So you've got two proper sofas. This is much more like being at home, which is that sort of feel that many of us want. Here we have a media wall as well, huge media wall, and as you can see, it's carpeted as well. Now, all the furniture that you can see, if you're not familiar with holiday homes, they come fully furnished. This is literally what you're going to get for your money. Heating, as you may be able to see over there, there's a radiator there, there's a radiator here. You're going to get wet central heating off a boiler, just like you would at home. So a combi boiler there, heating. And then we move through and look at this, absolutely fabulous. So the holiday home, we've got a dining room. There's the table and chairs. As I say, this comes with it. The flooring, so we have a change in the flooring, the herringbone wood effect. And then I'm drawn straight away over here. Now, kitchen space. There's no limitation on your worktops with a holiday home, unlike a motorhome where you're definitely going to get a compromise somewhere. So we've got the kitchen sink, which is just like at home, the taps, and then all the storage space. Now, depending on your holiday home, obviously is going to depend on the finish, the colours, the style. As I say, this one is a beautiful spec. You've got your blinds as well. There's no fly screens though, like a motorhome. The windows, it's UPVC, again like at home, these all open, cabinets running round. Now this one, you won't get this on many motorhomes. This has a full-size dishwasher as well. So it's like a home from home, and it's Indesit as well. It's actually a proper name, not like me when I buy something at home. And then over here we have a gas hob. Now with a holiday home, the majority of them are going to have gas bottles. So you purchase your gas bottles through the holiday park, which is like a motorhome as well. You've got to fill your LPG bottles up. But yeah, look at this. So we've got 5 gas burners on this one. And then, yes, there's a cutlery tray as well in our Willoughby. So again, just like we'd get on our motorhome. And further drawers as well. As well as drawers, there's obviously cupboard space throughout. So in terms of the kitchen, well, it's a massive tick. I'm heading over to the near side and we have a microwave, we have a grill, we have an oven. So this is absolutely no compromise whatsoever on the holiday home. This is nice as well. Sometimes in motorhomes you get a pull-out spice rack. Look at this. Huge. And then, you all know I like a tower fridge and freezer. Well, let me open this. So here we have a huge separate fridge and freezer compartment as well. So at the moment, the holiday home's pretty winning over in terms of the space. And then this is where we're going to find the boiler. And it's good to know it's a Valiant boiler. So again, we're not cutting corners on the holiday homes. Right, lovely. Let's trot through. Now, in terms of privacy screens and what have you, like I normally talk about on motorhomes, there's doors here separating the different living spaces. We'll go straight back. Now, holiday homes, the great thing is, a bit like a motorhome, you can choose your berths. You can have 2, 4, 6, 8 berths. That's based on obviously the beds in the bedrooms. This particular Willoughby that we're in at the moment has got 2 bedrooms. This is your master bedroom. It's not an island bed, it's literally a square bed. It's transverse against the holiday home. The headboard, the lighting, you can see the finish, it's beautiful. Plenty of space as well to walk around at the back here. curtains, and again, the windows that are going to open. Then we'll come to here. You get your own little dressing table area, a mirror that does illuminate, little stool for sitting on there to put your makeup on or whatever you're doing. And then, well, there's no compromise here. We have got huge wardrobe space and then the bank of drawers as well. And it doesn't end there, because we have our beautiful ensuite as well. So here you have your separate toilet, there's the basin, and there is a mirrored cabinet as well, and some shelving. Towel rail there off the wet central heating system. And the good thing is with the cabinets, because you're static, you're not towing this or driving it, you don't need to worry about your toiletries going everywhere, do you? Right, let's have a quick look in the second bedroom and then we'll see the main washroom and bathroom. So here we have a second bedroom. So again, the benefit over a motorhome, you've now got single beds, and these are good size as well. So there's no drop down beds, there's no making beds up. You literally arrive at your holiday home. You can leave all the stuff in it that you want. You've got your clothes here, you can leave the food. You don't have to unplug your holiday home, unlike your motorhome. You can just leave all your electric running. And so all your food and your clothes is already with you when you arrive. Let's just look in the washroom here. So I'll just move up this way and you can come round. So showers. Now some holiday homes, depending on the size, will also offer a bath as well. This particular one has the shower, really good size shower cubicle here, beautifully finished, and then that feeds through to the herringbone floor, and then we have a good size sink with storage underneath, the mirrored cabinet, there's an extractor fan as well, the blind, the frosted glazed window, again another towel rail radiator, and a toilet as well. So in terms of space, plenty of room. It's just like a bathroom at home. I'll close that up. So in terms of holiday homes, so this is the Willoughby Gainsborough. This is an example, and it's a very good example of a holiday home here at North Bay Leisure Park. So bedroom space, fabulous. Single beds in that second bedroom, and like I say, you can have a 3-bedroom model if you want. You can have bathrooms with baths. There's loads to choose from depending on the manufacturer of the caravan. So moving round as well, absolutely beautiful. Let's just talk now though, because you've seen this and we know this is 76,000. I know a lot of you are going to be saying, well, yes, amazing, but what about site fees? And this is a good point to raise. So here at North Bay, their site fees are just under £5,000 for a 12-month season. Now, at first you think, £5,000, that's a lot of money. Well, hold on a minute. I did one of my calculations, and what I calculated was, if you had 10 nights away each month for that 12-month season, and some of you would be a lot more, because if you're retired or semi-retired, you could be spending weeks in your holiday home. But even if you just had 10 nights a month over those 12 seasons, your fees, your site fees actually work out per night, per visit at £41. That's cheaper than most caravan and motorhome sites right now, because if you are a motorhome already, you'll know that a lot of sites now per night, per pitch for 2 adults, are starting at around £40 to £45, some are even more. So in terms of value, you could actually get a lot more value for money out of your holiday home than you could your motorhome. Right, so let's trundle on. So this is the interior of our beautiful holiday home at North Bay Leisure. And as I say, you can add decking to it. You should as well, most sites, and this is something to make sure you do when you're checking out, doing your research, you get parking as well with your holiday home. This pitch we're actually on now has a double parking bay. You can bring 2 cars if you want. Fabulous, obviously, for parking up the Travel Master today. It's also worth noting your view. I mean, this, just a pan round, you can see how beautifully kept this site is. Make sure, obviously, your site fees are going to include your ground maintenance. You want your site to look beautiful. If you're interested in a holiday home and you're not sure, then North Bay actually have rental holiday homes here as well. So you can rent one to try it out before you buy. And I think if you actually buy after renting, they give you your money back as well. So that's another thing to consider. If you've got your heart set on a certain park, can you rent one to try and then get that money back? Right, so that's the holiday home. We'll come back to that in a minute. Let's just have a look at a motorhome because it seems really small now in comparison. So if you're considering a motorhome, now the Coachman Travel Master, as I said, I mean, this is the top end of motorhoming really at 130,000. Realistically, I've already said you can get a motorhome obviously at a much lower price point. I've already mentioned that here at North Bay, you can buy a pre-owned holiday home for around 31,500. Even on a motorhome, you would be doing quite well to get a good condition £31,000 motorhome. So that's another thing to add. Realistically, you're still going to be somewhere near 40,000 for a reasonable pre-owned. Now, our Travel Master is a big motorhome. This is 8 metres and 39 centimetres. Motorhomes start generally around 6 metres in length and around 7.5 feet wide, or 2 metres and 30 centimetres is one I often say. You do get compact motorhomes as well. They start at around 2 metres and 12 centimetres wide. Our Travel Master is a big bit of kit. As well as the initial outlay on your motorhome, you then have running costs, insurance. You'd also have insurance on your holiday home. You've got a lot of diesel costs for when you are doing your touring. Diesel in your car to come to your holiday home is probably going to potentially be a little bit less than driving around a large motorhome. You've also got to service your motorhome, you've got to MOT your motorhome, you may have storage costs for your motorhome, and as I say, when you go away in it, you're potentially looking at a minimum of £40 a night. Yes, there's cheaper sites. I'm giving you an average based on our experience this year. So that's the exterior. The benefit, obviously, with a motorhome is you can take it anywhere. You can jump in it, you can head off to Europe in it, you can choose where you want to go, north, east, south and west. Let's go inside and see how small my motorhome now feels. So we'll go in. The camera will just take a second to adjust from the bright light out there to in here. Now, our Travel Master, as I say, this is a big motorhome by motorhome standards, and it always feels so big. But now I've been in the holiday home, I'm starting to think twice. So obviously in these, our cab chairs do swivel round, and then this would be our lounge and dining room area. We have a table that we take out to put here. So all of a sudden we've got quite a compact lounge area, but it's worth considering if you are buying a motorhome, the best layout for you. And this is what I always say, layout, layout and layout again, as opposed to location, 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 maybe more for a holiday home. As well as just being able to go out and purchase a motorhome, you can hire them. So sometimes I suggest with a motorhome, it's good to do a hire. Equally, like with the holiday home, like at North Bay Leisure, where you can rent one to give it a go before you even buy one. So this is my lounge area. Now, we don't have a second bedroom, we've got a drop-down bed. The good thing with Travel Master is it is really nicely concealed. But again, if you're buying one for your family, just think which layout's going to be best for you. Do you need a drop-down bed? If you're just a couple, you might not need that. Then we go into my kitchen. I haven't got a dishwasher in here. I have got an oven and I have got a microwave. But under here, I've got 2 gas burners as opposed to 5. So I'm a little bit more limited. And I'm also a little bit more limited in my worktop space. I've got plenty of storage. As I mentioned, my oven. And I've got a little rack, if I pull this out. Not quite as impressive as my Willoughby Gainsborough that we've just been in. And then over here, my microwave. Now I have got a good tower fridge and freezer. So I've got good size fridge, maybe a slightly smaller freezer compartment. We saw a media wall in the Willoughby. I've got a television here, but nonetheless, I've got my TV. We have, though, got wet central heating on board because we've got Alder. Now, motorhomes, you'll get a choice of an air-blown system or the Alder wet central heating. Alder tends to be the more premium product. And I've also got underfloor heating as well, which my holiday home didn't, I don't think, as far as I know. So, underfloor heating. Now, going back, Our bedroom's back here. There is a door as well that's going to close to separate it. This is our island bed. Now, we certainly aren't compromising here. This is a huge, huge bed, and it sits up electrically as well. I've got storage under my bed. I've not got as much room to get changed though, that's for sure. But one thing I've got that my holiday home didn't is I've got air conditioning. So on a hot day like today, we've had the heat wave, I've got an aircon unit. Also, the motorhome. Now, depending on the motorhome, 99% of motorhomes will have a shower. Ours has a separate shower cubicle. Some are the all-in-one washroom. You'll have seen that in my reviews. But we've got a shower, and then I'll come this way and then I'll show you our washroom, which is back here. So as Jules goes backwards, I'll open this. So our washroom, we do have a toilet, and that has got a water flush as well, like the holiday home. And then there's the sink, the storage underneath it, the storage above it, and our storage cabinets do have bars to keep my toiletries intact. So we're not compromising on our washroom or our shower, and I don't feel I'm compromising on my big island bed and my storage, and I've got my air conditioning unit. I don't feel like I'm compromising on my heating or my underfloor heating, and I don't feel like I'm compromising particularly on some of these things. I do feel, though, I've massively compromised on my lounge and my worktop space. Right, let's dive outside and talk a little bit more about which may be best for you. So we've had a look at a holiday home. As I say, this one's a Willoughby. There's a number of different manufacturers, and we've had a look at a motorhome. Let's look at the plus factors here. The actual ownership cost of buying a holiday home. Now, I think overall, potentially, this could actually be a more affordable and cost-effective purchase. You may look and think, no, I don't think you're right there. Obviously, let me know in the comments. But this is a top end at 76,000. You could be mid-range here at North Bay. They've got holiday homes, brand new, 50, 60,000 pounds. That's considerably cheaper than a brand new motorhome. You're also going to get a good warranty with a holiday home as well. These are built to last. These will last years. I've seen some of these caravans literally 30, 40 years down the line, still going strong. So it's a good long-term investment. If and when you choose to sell, obviously you'll still have the equity in your home. And that's the same as a motorhome, because when you come to sell that, you'll still have the equity in that purchase. I've talked about site fees. All parks have different site fees. Make sure you ask what's included. You may have to pay a separate water rate, you may have to pay a separate electric rate, and undoubtedly you'll have to pay a separate gas rate as well. But check with the home. But on the face of it, while £5,000 may seem a big figure to hear straight away, when I've done the sums, if you're going to get some use out of your holiday home, it's probably going to be better value long term than touring in your motorhome. Also, your family can use it, your friends can come and use it. You're less likely to let friends and family take your motorhome away. You're going to have to insure them on it. So that's another thing to consider. The only downside or compromise with your holiday home is it's on the park you choose. It's very difficult to move a holiday home. So if you find that you no longer want to be on the park you're on, chances are you're going to have to sell it back and go and find another one. Some will move your holiday home, but it's a little bit more difficult. And obviously don't forget, you've invested as well in all your decking. The benefit with the motorhome, you can come and go as you please. You can have it in storage or you can have it at home. When you just want to jump in it, off you go. A different place, a different adventure every time. So it really depends. Do you want a genuine home from home in a different location? Or do you want the flexibility of that travel? And that's a question you've got to ask yourself. What is going to work best for you? I know at the moment, Jules and I absolutely love motorhoming. We just love to go in the motorhome and head off wherever we want to explore. However, soon as I get into the Willoughby, I'm actually sort of thinking, I just want to put my feet up, chill out, and then go for a walk down to Bridlington Beach. I can see the benefits. Let me know in the comments. If you've got any other questions, obviously, put them down there and I will do my best to answer them. thank you to North Bay Leisure Park here at Bridlington in Yorkshire, who have invited us to come along and compare a holiday home against a motorhome. And the reason they've asked me to do this is because this year they've had a number of people part exchanging their motorhome for a holiday home, and they do accept part exchanges on motorhomes. So they've taken them in part exchange for people that have wanted to now move to a holiday home. And that made me think, is there more of a movement now towards this style of holidaying over this? I don't know. Time will tell, but I will put a link, as always, to North Bay Leisure Park in the description so you can check out the homes they've got for sale, the ones they've got to rent if you want to come and just rent one and stop by the coast. I'll put a link obviously to Coachman so you can check out our Coachman motorhome, and I'll put a link to Willoughby and a couple of the manufacturers they've got here on the park, such as Carnaby, Pemberton and Atlas, and you can do a bit more research yourself. So yeah, maybe I've just given you a little bit of food for thought there. All right, I'm going to enjoy the sun and I'm going to chill out for this afternoon. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.